What's going on, guys? It's Stock Picks by Tim, and I've got 5 stocks for you today. Last chance to get these this year until we start a new year. Now, things were really green today, okay, as of the date of this upload. But I do expect some red, so keep an eye on these 5 stocks. They did run up though, so be aware. But at their current valuation long term, I still do see a deal. And if these can come down a little bit more with some final tax loss harvesting, I think it'll be time to add to these. Now let's get into this. Alright, now let's start off with Volta. This is VLTA, and it's an EV charging company. One of my favorites along with ChargePoint. So these are my pick and shovel plays for the EV industry. So with Volta, we've got this clear support here down at 670. We did hit that and we bounced. Now where it's at here, I still do think it's a buy. Although if it could pull back tomorrow, that would be even better. But I think this is the time to get Volta. I think it is. And we have been downtrending, but we stopped the downtrend. This is the most we've run up. I guess you could say we kind of ran up equally here and then further downtrended. But I do like this at its price, and I think tomorrow will be a great time to buy it. Now, my expectation for Volta into 2022 is we're going to at least hit $10. This is my conservative estimate. This is what I expect in 2022. It might not be the first quarter. We might even have a little more down days in January, February, March. But I do love Volta at this price. And same with ChargePoint. ChargePoint under 20 bucks, preferably 18, 19. I like it at that price. And I think long-term ChargePoint will be a hold. They are the market leader. But I do like the innovation of Volta, and I think it's worth having both and having a little bit of diversification into the EV charging sector, not just in on one, but in on a few. All right, and next up we've got Indi, INDI. This is Indi Semiconductor. It's a semiconductor play, and it is one of my favorites. We've got a great executive team. I've gone into this one before in my other videos. I might leave you a link on the end screen or down below, but check them out. I would definitely go into Indi quite a bit, and it is one of my highest conviction semiconductor small cap plays. I do love this stock, and you'll see here, let's zoom in, you'll see here that we did break this trend, and now we're just kind of trading sideways, but like I expected, we are holding here at this support level, although we're right under it. We're a little bit under it. I think we're avoiding touching the 50-day. That might be part of it, but I do like it at its current price. I think there is value in Indi here, and I am very excited to hold this into 2022. Now, as for a price prediction for Indi, I think first quarter to second quarter, I think by the second quarter of next year, we will see at least 15, if not higher. But I do have high hopes for Indi, and they are in an industry that's growing at a 48% compound annual growth rate. They've got a great executive team that have worked at other places such as Broadcom, Cirrus Logic, Skyworks, and they have a long history together. So that's another good sign, a great executive team. That is of the utmost importance. Now let's get into the next stock here. Next up, I want to get into Cleanspark here. This is CLSK, and it's a Bitcoin miner with the microgrid on the side, although the revenues for that have been flat due to supply problems. But I do like CleanSpark where it's at. But watch for this one to pull back a little bit. If it does pull back, I think it is a clear buy. I love it at its market cap. We are really near oversold. And with this slight weakness in Bitcoin lately and everyone kind of just jumping ship, getting nervous about Bitcoin, expecting a crypto winter, I think this is a perfect time to buy the fear on CleanSpark. I like this company, and I do expect 2022 they will have some growth in the microgrid section. This is my hope, and I will be watching closely for that part of the business, the microgrid energy side of things, not just the Bitcoin. Although I am bullish on the Bitcoin side, I want to see some growth in microgrid. This is why I chose CleanSpark, the combination of two growing industries, and I'm happy to buy at this price. Might even consider some 2022 calls, maybe even selling a cash secured put right at that $10 range. I doubt we're going to see it, and if we do, then I get the opportunity to buy 100 shares of CleanSpark at that $10 strike, minus the premium that I receive no matter what, if we hit that strike or not. But if you guys are interested in options, let me know in the comments below, and I can maybe do just an options focused video. Definitely do love to dabble in options from time to time. But that's basically it for CleanSpark, and now let's move on to the next one here. Now next up, I want to touch on SoFi. We're going to zoom in just a bit. You will notice that we ran up quite a bit today. It ran up quite a bit. Now, I am hoping for it to come down, but do be aware that if we do come down and bounce, you are going to see a clear. If we come down and bounce, that looks like a clear head and shoulders. So if you're a pattern trader, beware of that. I do love SoFi where it's at. Now, here's the thing with 2022. If they get their bank charter, this could be a fantastic play as interest rates rise. I can see a lot of hype coming into SoFi. And at its current price, I still do see it as a deal. I do like SoFi for the long term. But here's the thing, if they don't get their banking charter, then they will be on that negative side of the interest rates, needing more cash to continue to grow their company. So it's a really polarizing event. It's either one way or the other. This could either be a fantastic stock in 2022 with the bank charter, or if they don't get it, this could potentially cause it to stay stagnant, even trade downwards. Might even see the low teens potentially. But just be aware of that with SoFi. Although I do like it as a financial play, a banking play. I might go into another video here soon about the best banking stocks to buy. I need to do a little more research on that. But let me know in the comments below, guys, if you like that idea of some potential banking stocks to prepare for 2022 and the interest rate hikes. But I think right now where we're at with these small caps, I just can't pass up these deals lately. Okay, large caps, we'll get into those if 2022 they drop. But right now, the only deals I really see are with the small caps. I do recommend a diversified portfolio, and I don't mention that too often, that I do recommend not to just go in all in on small caps. Okay, there is of course risk to it. They are a smaller cap, so there is inherently more risk. But I will get into a future video about some large caps right now at their current price that look good. I do like Facebook at its current price. I do like Amazon. Also a company like Caterpillar, I would love to pull back a little bit. Also Apple. I've been watching Apple. I would love for that to pull back a little bit, but I am looking forward to 2022 and getting some large caps and rotating a lot of my portfolio from some of these smaller caps into the larger caps. This is simply just what I've been doing, moving more towards smaller caps. It seems like the current environment we're in, small caps just seem to be the way to go. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I could of course be wrong. This is just my god honest opinion that I do expect these small caps to do well, and that's why pretty much all you guys hear me talk about is just small cap, small cap, small cap, with a little bit of mid caps in between. But that's basically SoFi. Watch out for the pattern. We have run up quite a bit. I do hope that it comes down a little bit, and I might potentially buy some more of this. Now, remember, we do have a long ways to go to get to those all-time highs, but we have these consolidation periods, these lower periods, and then we rip. Now, of course, previous history doesn't dictate future success, but it is something to consider. And historically, at least for this year, we are at a low point. We are still at a low point in my opinion, and I do see this as a buy. But just watch out for it tomorrow. Might be the time to buy tomorrow, maybe even into the first couple months of next year. But I'm going to be holding SoFi at least through 2022, unless it just has a crazy pop and comes back to all-time highs. I would consider taking some profits. But that's my plan with SoFi. And I'll give it a long-term price. I'll give a year price target of $20. I do expect to see at least $20 at some point in 2022. Alright guys, and next up we've got Astra. Okay, this one has been getting destroyed. There's a short report. If you guys want to watch more detail about this one, Dead Inside does go into it. Check his channel out. I'm sure he needs no explanation. You guys have probably seen his channel before. Recommend you check out his channel. But you will see we had somewhat of a double bottom and then we just came back up. So it doesn't like to be down at this level, and it came down and quickly got eaten up. I do like it at its current price. I think long term this is going to be a win, and I think in January this will have some positive movement coming into it. There could have been recently a little bit of tax loss harvesting, especially in the last couple of days with it running down so much. But just keep this one on your radar. We might have a red day on it, and in that case I will be scooping more Astra up. I think it's at a great opportunity now to buy, in my personal opinion, and I will be continuing to buy this at this current price. And I do expect Astra to run up pretty nice in January, but we will see what happens. Either way, this is a long-term mindset for this stock, although short-term I do see this running up in January, so just keep it on your radar, guys. Now, for a price target for this one, I see it in 2022 hitting $12. That's my price target for 2022, so right about at a double up from where it's at. We could run more, it might not make it there, but that's just my prediction. But yeah, 5 small caps. Check all of these out. Tomorrow could be the golden opportunity this year to buy these up. I am expecting a red day tomorrow. We might not have one, but that's just my expectation. So I am coming in ready with some cash for tomorrow, the last day of the year, last day of 2021 to invest. So definitely keep these on your radar, guys. And if you got any value out of this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. I will be putting out a lot of videos this weekend because I finally have the time. So I'll be putting out some crypto videos, some stock videos. And yeah, thanks again, guys, and I will see you on the next one.